nothing but fishing thing.
Well, I'm taking refuge in the toilet because minutes into setting up, this has come. Absolutely soaked. Not good.
Right. Well, that's one way to put you in a bad mood at the start of a session. I'm soaked to the bone. This shelter is barely staying up, as you can see. I've had no chance to do it properly because the wind is just so strong, as you can hear. Rain is just coming down so heavy. It's forecast for heavy rain showers this morning. As you can tell, that's accurate. It's supposed to brighten up a bit towards later on, and I'm hoping that is correct because this is horrendous. I'm going to try and get some stuff set up, but it's not that easy in this weather. I'm going to be using today. I'll show you the swim in a bit, but this one's going to be going into the right margin because I've got the wind blowing into it. So small bait. I've already chucked in a few single free offerings, boilies, and this one's going to go out in mid-water. As you see, the two size difference. I'm going for a bigger bait out in mid-water. Hopefully it will trap the fish more, and the smaller one for just a little pocket of bait around the hook bait in the margin. That's the plan. I'm using cell boilie today because I know that that's a good bait on this lake, and hopefully that'll give me an edge in catching a fish. So let's get these out. Today has just gone from bad to worse, to be honest. This morning I managed to lose my phone, so I have no idea what the time is or any way to contact anyone. Then I got here, had a quick walk round, and thought, oh, best set up my shelter before it rains. As I got to my swim, the heavens opened. So luckily there's a toilet by me, so I managed to bung most of it in there and set my umbrella up. But I got soaked in the process. Then I had to move it because the wind was just blowing it around. Horrendous start. Both rods are now out. As you saw from the pan round, I've got the right rod in the right margin. I've got the wind blowing in there, and it's quite warm today. It's just about 10 degrees, so hopefully that'll switch the fish on from the cold spell we've had recently. And the left one, as you saw, I cast out into mid-water with the bigger bait on. So that's where I'm going to be fishing. With this lake, I'm not going to cast out very often like I would on a runs water, so I'm just going to leave them there for most of the day, I think, and possibly never cast out later. That's if the weather holds off. So fingers crossed we'll have something, but it is quite a hard lake, so I'm not expecting to catch a lot, if anything. So, but I'm not going to catch anything if I'm sat at home, so hopefully I have something today. Thought I'd hang out my washing while I'm here. actually starting to get a bit worried now. This wind is just getting stronger and stronger and stronger, and all above me is trees, so I'm getting a bit worried that something might fall. I'll try and stick it out. If it gets any worse, I think I may have to leave just out of safety, or at least move, because as you can see, this wind, it's not rain anymore, it's just the wind, and I didn't know this was forecast. I'll try and be brave, but I don't want to be dangerous or stupid. Hopefully see you soon. Right, I just tried telling you what happened with my alarm then. Basically, I keep on getting beeps and I'm putting it down to the wind. But a minute ago, I had a few beeps, like continuous, and the hangover was coming up slightly. So I thought that was just a fish taking it slowly, so I struck into it, but nothing. But as I just filmed then, my hanger just is doing this constantly. And I'm thinking this is just the ripples of the lake, so I'm not entirely sure. So maybe you may know. To try and stop that, I've put the sensitivity down to 4 instead of 8, and hopefully that will stop the beeping from just lifting up and down from the water, and I'll only get beeps if it pulls it a bit more. Because like I keep saying, this wind is extremely strong. I'm not sure this day shelter is even going to last the day with the way it's going. Very cold now actually, because I'm trying to dry my jumper, so I put on another layer. Probably coming across as a bit of a pansy, but it's not nice to be in when you're cold and wet and the wind and everything's just going wrong. So hopefully things will look up a bit soon. Wind and rain seems to have eased off. The clouds have cleared like it's supposed to, so I don't want to jinx it, but hopefully it will stay clear now. The wind is still quite blustery, but nowhere near as bad as it was. So I'm glad I stuck it out because it has calmed down. No signs of fish. I've watched the lake as much as I can. I haven't seen anything, and lately not many fish have been out, if any at all. But I'm still hoping that this wind pushing down in this end will give me an advantage, but that came at a cost, being sat here with all that wind and rain. But yeah, the worst of it's gone. No more bait put out. I'm still keeping it simple because it is still a winter, so little bait towards the start, and that's all I've done. I think it's about 12 o'clock now. I checked the time on the camera because I haven't got my phone, and I think that's the time it says. So midday, we've got about 4 or 5 hours worth of light left. You can stay until 6:30 now, but I'll probably head on before that. It's quite cold, so let's see what happens, but at least the rain stopped. Seagulls. Right, I just got back from a walk. I've been around the lake, and I talked to the 2 anglers nearest me, and neither of them have had any touches or anything, or even seen anything. So I'm not the only one blanking, and from what the bailiff said earlier, absolutely nobody on the whole lake has had anything, so I'm not doing anything drastically wrong. I've just cast back out left rod back at mid-water, as you saw I did earlier, and right rod back in the margin. And again, I had a weird sort of take. The wind wasn't that strong, so I can't really put it down to wind, but I had a few beeps, thought it was just the wind, but then when I checked again, the wind had stopped and the rod started going round slightly, so I think that may have actually been a fish. But as soon as I picked up the rod, there was nothing, no resistance whatsoever, so I don't exactly know what happened there either, but good signs if it was a fish, that there's fish in there, and a couple of hours left, so hopefully we'll have something. Right, well the light is almost gone now, well, it's getting darker, so I thought I'd make an end vlog just while there's enough light to make one. I'm going to stay on for probably about another 3/4 of an hour to an hour into the dark before I knock it on the head and go home, but I need to put in the hours up here to start to get results, so that's not going to happen if I keep going to Newton Park and things like that. That's not saying that I won't go there, but I do want to try and put in a few more hours up here this year and have a few fish, because there's some nice ones in here to be caught and some big ones too. So thanks for watching. Sorry there was no fish, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway. Please subscribe if you haven't already, like the video if you did, and find me on Facebook, Nuffinbutfishing. See you again.